Welcome back to another motherfucking episode of Legend of Motherfucking Comic Show. And this morning I want to talk about one of my child teenage stories. I was 16, one of the first girls I ever fell in love with, and she was 13, looking like she was 16. The only reason why I made her my girlfriend because she was so beautiful and so sweet. I was just like, fuck it. When she told my age, I was like, okay, well, I'm 16, you 13. I ain't never fuck with nobody this young. Even though we were both underage, I just felt like I was in my grown man, beginner stage. But it was just something about her that got to me, got a piece of my heart. I don't want to sound all soft and mushy, but she stole a piece of my heart. Now, when I met her that day, she was upstairs on the second floor with one of her friends, right? And they was just talking and kicking it. And there was a little young dude, same age as me. He up there talking to him and shit. So I come up the steps, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, I'm finna go, fuck with this girl that I've been talking to that I like. And when I got to the top of the stairs, must hit me in my nose. This nigga was musted as a motherfucker. And one thing about me, if somebody musted or stank, I can't hold it in unless I can get out the atmosphere. If I can't get out of the area that you in, I can't hold it in. I'm sorry. I mean, some people can be around somebody that stink as a motherfucker and they just can ignore it. I can't do it. I feel like you're nasty and you're stinking just like them if you can let a smell assault your nose and just sit there like it ain't normal. Now, of course, if we trap somewhere but we can't go nowhere, that's understandable. But I'll be about to throw up then, sick to my stomach and ready to vomit. But the point I'm making is when I told him that, man, you musted as hell, he instantly got mad. Do you know he pulled a gun out on me? That was the first time in my life I ever got a gun pulled out on me. Because I told another supposed to be black brother that was the same age as me, 16, that his underarm was funky. So cowards ain't just started in 2024. Cowards been around ever since the universe was created. Now, if he didn't like what I said, why he didn't put his hands up? Because he sized me up and knew that he couldn't fuck with me physically. And I ain't the baddest, toughest niggas in the world, but I'm far from the average man. He did not want to face me. Now, he could have been real and been like, oh, my bad, bro. Let me go wash up under my arms and put some deodorant on. That would have been the real thing to do. If you're not a nasty person and somebody tell you that you smell, because we all human and sometimes we forget and sometimes we make mistakes, you're not going to get mad and pull a gun on nobody. That hurted that man hard. It hurted his soul, and he was embarrassed because it was two sexy ladies in front of us. But even if that was me and the shoe was on the other foot, I wouldn't have pulled no gun out. You know why? Because I'm not a coward. I'm not a sucker. I'm not fake like you motherfuckers is out here in the world. That's like if you at the club and somebody dancing and sweating. I could tell when I'm in the club. If somebody dancing like a motherfucker and they sweating bullets, I know they funky. First thing I'm saying to myself, please don't dance on me. Don't dance on me. Don't fuck up my night. I might throw this drink up I'm drinking. And you got people that'll be in the club sweating down, acting like that funkiness don't exist. You got to keep your composure when you at the club. You got to groove. You can't dance like you at Planet Fitness and knowing you ain't got no soap. The only way you can dance at the club, people, is if you got a ready-made shower in the back of the club with another outfit. You must gonna go to the back of the club, take a shower, wash your stinking ass, and then come back out with a new outfit and start it all over again. It's just not meant for that. It's only meant to dance and sweat at the club if you with the person that you with. And I still wouldn't do that. But that's the only way it makes sense. Y'all just out and y'all don't give a fuck. Y'all used to how each other smell. You don't care. This is the person you with. And you can accept it. But a stranger, somebody that you don't know, somebody that you ain't into, somebody that you ain't with, walking up on you wet, sweating, dancing, funky, don't do that. Okay, now let's get to some shit going on out here in the world. Let me wake you motherfuckers up and educate y'all. Do y'all know that they had a celebrity tattoo artist that teamed up with a tattoo robot and you couldn't even tell the difference? They about to take all the jobs. All the jobs that people work and slave for, it's about to be taken. Now just imagine that. A tattoo is a good business to get in if you know how to do art. You know how much money a lot of the tattoo artists make? You can make $1,000 in one tattoo. That's how profitable the tattoo business is. Let's get to the story. Now, robots are taking more jobs traditionally performed by humans, and artists better watch their back too, because the machines can ink as well as a human. Now, dealing for the Texas-based tattoo artist with some serious celebrity clients, worked on a new tat alongside a black dot, a tech startup that created the world's first automated tattoo machine. Look, it's finna be over with for a lot of things. I didn't want a machine tattooing on me, but let's just face it. The machine's about to take over. This is just the beginning. See, y'all looking at Tesla, and you just looking at an electric car. You're not watching what Elon Musk is doing. He didn't came up with a Neuralink to help people that's handicapped, you know, barely can walk. They can walk again. They can think. They can do stuff that they never could do. That's the great part about it. But the drawback to it is the motherfuckers who can't, you know, they can't be responsible for what's going on, basically. The Neuralink that Elon Musk created, you got to be real, real careful, because there's going to be some evil people that's going to take advantage of these Neuralink, and they are going to mess around and play with people's mind. I could see it coming. I could see people's mind being pre-programmed to do some crazy shit, to do shit that they don't even know they doing. And they're going to be going to jail, catching charges. People are going to be getting locked up with this artificial intelligence that ain't never committed a crime. That's how cold they got P. Diddy around this motherfucker looking like that he done said something that he ain't even never say. Now, I ain't talking about the real videos that we done seen. Now, they got fake AI videos where Diddy is admitting to doing some of the stuff that they're allegedly saying him doing, and we know he ain't admitting to that. Ain't nobody gonna tell on themselves. Who? Why would you get yourself locked up? Why would you embarrass yourself? You gonna let the people do their homework and do their investigation. I'm just saying, everybody in America, get prepared. Get you some side hustles. Prepare to open up your business, because it ain't gonna always be easy as you think to just go get a 9 to 5 and be able to take care of yourself. It's finna get real out here. You better save your money for dear life. Everybody living check to check. I'm not trying to knock nobody. I'm trying to wake you up and prepare you for the future. That check to check shit gonna have your ass drowning. It's gonna have you struggling. You know, you ain't gonna be able to swim in that ocean when they get through doing this shit that they doing. So get your game together and be prepared for these robots to take over. They doing tats. They making burgers and fries. Now they even got a motherfucking robot hamburger place that you can pull up, get hamburgers and fries. I'm talking about fresh, flavorful, ran through the flame boil. Everything that humans could do, they about to replace us. So if you ain't got your money right and got in position by then, you fucked up. Who would ever thought that somebody would be doing a tattoo on you that humans do? Oh man, they already got robot gas stations now. You can pull up, buy chips, candy, drink, get gas, and don't even talk to a motherfucking human. That's how cold the game is. There's some space age shit going on. Now just imagine a motherfucker saying, instead of paying $5,000 for this tattoo, I can pay $50 at the tattoo machine. Yeah, all that big money you motherfuckers be charging, it's finna be absolute. Obsolete. Over. Benito. Finished. Okay. Now, everybody that had drinks and left the club. 90% of people that then went to the club drunk alcohol and drove home. Let's just be real and be honest about it. Now, I'm not advocating for drunk driving. That's not the point of the story. But if you want to get down to the real facts before I speak on Richard Sherman, the NFL player that played for the Seattle Seahawks, that won a Super Bowl some years ago, he went to jail for being drunk. Well, I don't even think he was drunk. They say he was spending Saturday and Sunday in jail because he was, full of the alcohol, basically. Now, they say he was arrested for driving under the influence after he was pulled over by the Washington State Police just before 2 a.m. for speed. During the stop, the five-time Pro Bowler admitted to drinking 2 margaritas, refused a breathalyzer, and was arrested and hauled off to Kings County Jail. Now, he was booked around 4:30 a.m. and wasn't able to see a judge until Monday, meaning he was forced to spend about 55 hours in the cell. That's what they say. They say you go to jail on the weekend, you in that motherfucker the Monday. But when you got money, fame, and power, he ain't supposed to be in there that long. That's some evil shit they did to him because they knew he could get out. They did this to be low down. Now, they released him on a $5,000 bond, right? It ain't shit. The man worth tens of millions. That's like $1 cakewalk. It's just the point of 55 hours in the cell. Now, in 2022, the man was put on for probation for pleading guilty to criminal trespassing and negligent driving. And he was just weeks from completing this. So they might be low down and dirty and keep the man on probation. Now, come on. If somebody didn't walk probation down and they only got a couple of weeks, don't keep them on that shit. Because everybody done left the club and had a few drinks. They just didn't get pulled over. We know plenty of people, if you living in this world, where you know somebody that went out and had some drinks and left. It might have been one that just went two. They didn't get drunk, but the point is they drunk alcohol. And if the police smell any alcohol on you, they'll take your ass to jail. They only do their test to see the percentage of it, to see how much is in your bloodstream and in your system. But this ain't nothing new. It's just when celebrities get caught, this shit get blown up out of, proportion. You got motherfucking lawyers, judges get drunk as hell and drive home. Nobody ever talk about it. Some of them done tore up shit and damn near killed folks. It get covered up. But when you a famous star, your own Fox News and shit, talking this shit every morning and everybody can see you, they want you to be perfect. Ain't no such thing as a perfect human being, rich or poor. You just tune into another motherfucking episode of Legend of Motherfucking Comic Show. And we talked about different things today. Get your ass up, do something with yourself, do something with your life. Get on to work. Don't let no hater demotivate you today. Have a positive day and a positive week. It's going to be beautiful for the year 2024. And look, I know you done spent all your income tax money. Do something with your checks from now on. Next year when you get your check, have a plan. Don't just blow it all. And 2 weeks later, you're broke.